Oh, what can I say? I know you all love that one. Woo. Okay, I'm ready to just jump into service and do the healing, okay? Let me introduce myself. I'm Reverend Dr. AdaRa Walton. This is a Heart for Healing service. Welcome all of you who have been here. Welcome new people. And this is a special service because of tomorrow. And I think I'm going to mention that probably at the end. I was going to talk about it, but I'm not. I'm too moved from the song, okay, at this point. So because I really want to use the words of the song. For those of you who are new, this is a three-part service. It's a little unusual for probably most people, but part one is we pray and give healing for everyone who's on this call, on the video, on the phone. That's part one. Part two, we honor all of those who are, if you put the names in the chat box, we call it absent remote healing. I don't care if you do Reiki, I don't care if you do quantum touch, it doesn't matter what you do. The healing is for those who are not on the video, not on this call, not in this physical space presence. They may be in another city, state, it doesn't matter. Healing goes to all. That's remote. The third part is we do pray for those in the world of spirit, your friends, your colleagues, your parents, your ancestors. Yes, those, they are not dead, folks. And I know you, when you get on that side, you don't want to be considered that you are dead either. Okay, so we talk to those, they are alive. They're simply in another realm, in another dimension. But if you want to make a joke about, do I talk to dead people? You write about that. Yeah, I do. Okay, and they talk back. And that's what people that come to this service for, call me for as a full-blown meeting, because I do talk to those and we do get higher help and those from the other side. So that's the three-part service. What we're going to move into next is I'm going to read scripture. I am reading from, and it will read differently. Those of you who have a King James version, a hip hop version, I don't care what version you got. That is not what I use here, okay? I'm going to show you all. This is the Lamsa version from the Aramaic, directly from the language of Yeshua ben Joseph, known to most people as Jesus the Christ. So I am using the George Lamsa, Lamsa version of the Bible. Tonight I'm coming out of Proverbs 3, verses 5, 6, and 13. And as you know, the song is always related. The words of the song is always related to the little short talk I have. So I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to leave a couple of minutes for the what I call that last announcement. And it has to do with tomorrow being Lions Gate Portal 888, and none of us will live to see another 888. None of you, none of me. We'll see it from the other side. So this is it, the 888. Tomorrow is August 8th month, okay? 8th day, and 2024 is an 8. That's where they get the 888s. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But right now, I want to come out of this. I really want to go into the healing. If I have time, then I'll mention more about portals, the Lionsgate portal. But that song is so moving. And if you listened and paid attention to the words, it talked about one of my favorite topics. What? Trust. So those of you who have done this, write it down. If you haven't, or write it again. Trust, to rely upon, spirit, totally. And again, that's not mine. This is from two of my colleagues. And her pastor friend also used trust as total reliance upon spirit's timing. Because most of us want to do what we want to do when we want to do it. Then we get impatient. You know, we are a pill-popping synthetic society. Let me just share with you all. That's 3D. That's old paradigm. We are now moving. We do have a foot. And I might as well just mention one thing about Lion's Gate. There are two lions. And of course, you know, Leo the lion, and that represents the month of August. And my dear cousin, who I'm not going to point her out, most of you know her, she's born in this month. Well, so was my father. She's born on the 25th. My father is born on the 31st. Both Leos, lions. The first lion is the lion of the past. The second that guards is the lion of the future. We are in between. You use your past to create that future, but only when it's serving the higher purpose. If you look at those words, it said, Spirit lead me. It didn't even say me, not a human, not a man. It said, Spirit lead me. And for you to have Spirit lead you, you have to do what? Pray and meditate. So I'm going to do this teaching real fast while my clock is running. And yes, I promise to look at that little timer and quit. However, when you meditate, you must be silent and listen. And again, silent and listen have the same 6 letters. Be silent and listen. Let Spirit lead you. It said deeper. Take your feet where they don't maybe even want to go. And most of you have seen that picture. The one where it's showing Jesus, God, whatever you want to say, carrying you. There's only one set of footprints, and they're not yours because you're being carried. Now, the other thing I want to say, and I'm going to start harping on this for the rest of this year until I see you all get it. I don't care about your weaknesses. I don't care about your flaws. I don't care about your failures. You have got to start to stand in the knowledge. Now, I didn't say understand if you know that. I don't want you standing under. Words do have meaning. So I want you to stand in the knowledge and have compassion for yourself, because that ocean, the reason I picked this one, there's a longer version, was because of the ocean. You are likened to the ocean. The ocean is God. The ocean is source. The ocean is your all in all. That universe, the almighty I am. But you are a wave. And folks, you cannot have an ocean without the waves and the water. Do you comprehend? And I mean, get this. I don't care about your weight. I don't care if you're male, female, binary, all these daggone labels people put. You have a source and a God within you. God is within you. Stop identifying with the outer, with the failings, with the weaknesses, with the physical. Stop doing it. That's old 3D paradigm. Accept the fact that I am both human and I am divine. As we say, Monsignor would say, and he is here, hear me what I say. You are both human and divine. Stop playing to the weak part. Okay, we all have the shortcomings. We all have that. Stop doting on that. When you spend more time with the divine part of you, that's that part of you with the heart, okay? And I don't want to hear about, well, I got a heart issue. I got a back. Everybody has something. You came here. You were created in the image. Start actually embracing, as it said, trust, okay, without borders. Walk that path that says, I am divine. Start paying more attention to what the divine part of you is telling you. Why? Because, folks, every single one of you, bar none, hear me, are intuitive. You have a divine self, a divine listening. You have an antenna. You came here with it, but most of you don't know it's there because you layer over. Just like these clothes, you put them on top of the skin, the largest organ. But when you go underneath the skin, go underneath the structure, go underneath that, your energy, you are spirit, and you must start playing your divine spiritual card for yourself. And I mean this, you cannot die. Yes, you can drop the physical, you can change the form, but how is it that people like me, Kathy Hannon is one, we can describe and we can bring your loved ones from the other side into this realm with the description? That's what they call evidential mediumship. I care a little bit about that, but I care about the message that those who love you from the other side, your God, your source, is sending these messages through your loved ones, through your cousins, through your parents, through your aunts, through your uncles, through your former spouses, your brothers, your sisters. They are giving you this information because we now have ears to hear and eyes to see. You cannot play the old paradigm, which is I can only see with the five senses. No, that lion guarding the future knows. Your source knows. Inside you knows. You have an intuition. It is already turned on. What some of you have called hunches all your life, that's not a hunch. That's your spiritual self talking to you. Get off the old paradigm of, well, I think this is this, or I may have a hunch, and I don't know where that came from. I'm telling you where it came from. And start accepting, because the more you accept the divine part of you, the more it's going to nudge you. And how many of you now, you know when something's wrong. You know when you come wrong out the mouth, because there's a something inside of you that says, hey, you could have been more gentle. Oh, you could have been kinder. Well, how many of you, and I want to see some hands, have dealt with something, and as soon as you finish it, it's like, you could have done that better. You should have done something else. You could have done something different. You know, there's a better way to do this. What is talking to you? It's not, you are not crazy. You are not schizophrenic. No, you're not. And that little, what I'm saying, voice inside, let me tell you, I'm going to be one of the first ones to say it. That voice is not still anymore. It's not the still, quiet voice. That voice is screaming and yelling in 2024. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to the God self. Trust, trust, trust. Trust me without the borders. Take the structure off. Listen to the higher self. I don't care what we call it. Stop letting names, stop letting labels, because that's another thing we love to do in the West and in most cultures. We love to label stuff. God is God. And you can buy a book I have where God has, 1,000 names. There's one when God was a woman. The pendulum swings. God doesn't care if it's genderless or has a gender. Play the divine card that's within you. So I am now going to read this, but I had to get that out first. I need all of you to look at yourself, as flawed as you are, as fat as you are, the big belly, the less belly, the big breasts. If you don't have breasts, you don't like me, I don't care. That's the physical. Play to the divine part of you that strips all that and says, I can heal. And tonight we're going to do that healing. And it says, if I can't heal myself, I can open myself. Because everybody on this call, bar none, has a healing mechanism. No doctors, I've said it before, ever heals you. They can take the tools, they take their processes. But what is it within you that allows the body to do perfectly what it needs to do? Overnight or while you sleep, all of us been told you heal when you sleep. Well, why is that? Because there are other forces and they're divine that come in here and they connect to you. They connect to your heart. They connect to your physical. They connect to your emotional. They connect to your spiritual. You just open up and you ask. So tonight, I don't care if you say it orally when we get to the healing part, you ask. In the name of God, in the name of Yeshua, in the name of Sai Baba, I don't care who you're at. You ask for what it is you need. And I don't care if you're getting ready to have a surgery, you're already post-surgery, like me, years out. Ask for what you need and trust, trust, trust that it's going to be done. And you have to have the spirit part of you says, I will wait on divine timing. It doesn't have to be in my time, but you trust and you just know that you know that you know. And tell people, I don't care. I accept the knowingness. And you do not have to evidence knowingness. Do you hear me, folks? You do not have to evidence a knowingness. Get out of this Western notion. I got to prove this. Stop playing to that old 3D paradigm card. Start playing the new consciousness card. I'm about joy, level of consciousness 600. I'm about love. I'm about enlightenment. So that means I put in the light within me, but that light has to be connected to that ocean. And I am, and you claim it, I am a wave in that ocean. I'm not the ocean, but I'm a wave. And you are not going to have God. God so needs your love and desires it. That's what it means about, even in the Old Testament, about a jealous God. Don't get it twisted with the human jealousy. Source wants you for itself, and you are within it, all around it. If you're hearing me, raise your hand. Okay, and if something else, or stand up and jump up and down. Pray, do something, okay? Because I am on fire with this tonight. You have got to know that God is within, and I am God, and God is in me. And I don't care again what the outer looks like. So let's go to the verse. And sorry, that's about it. Lionsgate will have to come at the end. Okay. So Proverbs 3, chapter 3. And I'm reading from Lamsa. You read from whatever you got. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and rely not on your own wisdom. Now, the old King James said understanding. Why? Because it was under and you didn't stand. Okay, no. Lamsa, trust in the Lord with all your heart and rely not on your own wisdom. Let source within you give you that wisdom. It will, and I can tell you this, it's never, never, never wrong. Sometimes you have to go through certain things, all right? Verse 6, in all your ways, it didn't say some, in all your ways acknowledge him. And he, now you can make that he or she because source is genderless. All right? Shall direct your paths. There's another verse in there. Order my steps in the way you would have me go. Not AdaRa. However, if AdaRa is sitting down connecting and going directly to source, and I come out and say, God is advising me or has shown me this and that, you check it for yourself. And if it's the way you ought to go, then I would suggest you do, because that is not the woman talking to you. That is not, if it's Elder Timmons here, that's not him talking to you. That's God's source coming through the human. And some people call it channeling. I don't care what you call it. When you have a connection, because you trust unfailingly like me with my crazy faith. Yes, it is, and I'm going to keep it till I drop this body. But no, am I going to die? No, no. So I'm telling you, when I am gone, I ain't dead. So one of you better come over there and talk to me, because if not, I'll come over there and I will come in. I'll wait till you go to sleep. I'll wait till you meditate, and you going to know it is this fiery woman, as we said. Reverend Firecracker is the new name, okay? So, 6, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. And then I went to 13. Why? Look at 13. Blessed is the man who finds wisdom. But in the other verse, where did it say it came from? Source. Don't trust yours, trust source. But blessed is the man who finds wisdom. Well, where do you find it? You find it in your source. You find it in God. So stop looking with those eyes. Look with that third eye. You go up, pull that energy up. Go into that third eye, what is called the upper room. That's what it meant. Pull your energy up, move your energy up into the field of light, into the energy. Stop identifying with everything physical. Blessed is the man who finds wisdom, and the son of the man who finds understanding. And that's where I'm going to stop. And notice, I will say that it says, and the son of the man who finds understanding. So that's 2 parts. I still interpret understanding as standing in the knowledge of what is known or knowingness. Okay? Find it, savor it, keep it. And if I had these socks, I'd pull my feet up and put it up in here because I'm wearing my socks to say gratitude. I am gratitude. I am grateful that even though it took years to come to this point, I'm there. So I don't care what this looks like. Yeah, I have to fix the physical. And we put the lipstick on this and that. Take all that out. We're talking about your spirit self. You were made in the image, and it said, I made you in my image. Start actually embracing that and knowing that and living from that. The flaws will still be there. You're on this planet. You're on a planet with gravity. But that doesn't mean you have to be held down in your spirit. You can't do that with spirit. It can only rise and be and stay enlightened. So that's the message. I didn't even have a topic for tonight. I just didn't have it. If I had it, I'd still go back to trust. But you trust without borders. Let your feet be taken and wander into the higher realms of wisdom, of energy, and trust, trust, trust. And get rid of that word hope. I'm just going to say that. I just don't like hope. Never have. Not going to embrace it. Now, I ain't hoping for nothing. I'm going to know something, and I'm going to pray for that healing tonight. So again, as we go into the healing portion, the first part, we're going to pray for everybody here. I'm going to call in because they are here. And if you want a particular, those of you who do believe and know the spirit world is real, you call in a guide. Those of you who don't want to call in what we call a spirit guide, call in one of your ancestors. Call in someone who you know loved you when they were here, who you depended on and they depended on you. Call on them during this healing portion to be with you and to open your heart a little more. And trust, trust, trust. Let the love come in, let the joy come in, let the healing come in. Okay, everyone take a breath. Start, rather take a deeper breath. I'm going to drink just a little water. Start to breathe a little slower. Breathe a little deeper. And I want you to repeat the word silently to yourself. I'm going to speak a little louder. I was told something may be wrong with my mic, but I will send an intent to all of you that your hearts, your spirit, your soul hears me. Repeat to yourself, I am calm. I want you to breathe in calm on the the in breath and the out breath. This time, 2 words, I am so on the in breath, S-O, calm on the out breath. I on the in breath, am on the out breath. So on the in breath, calm on the out breath. And watch what happens to your physical body. It will start to obey. I am so calm. I am so calm. Start to feel that you're losing physicality, connecting to the spirit part of you. You're the wave in the ocean. So calm. I am. And now direct your energy, your thoughts to everyone. You don't need to know the names of everyone here. Just set an intent to send healing to everyone here physically on this video or on the call. No one else but now. Everyone that's physically here. I am healing. You have the power and authority within your God self. Breathe it in. As you exhale out, allow the healing to flow. And I call forth right here and right now, in the name of Yeshua ben Joseph, I call forth Archangel Raphael, he who cures. And I call forth Archangel Michael to cut away thoughts, negativity, depression, sadness, grief, shame, anything that none of you need anymore. And I ask Raphael during this time to send forth the vibration, the frequency, the grid, the color, whatever it is, each of you and me need. And I'm going to be silent so they can do their work before we move to the second part of the healing. Breathing in, so calm. For God is and will always be. And I ask in the name of Yeshua and Jesus for special healing dispensation for those who are, as we say, going through or coming up on going through. Just know by his stripes, I am healed. Claim it now. Claim it for all who are here and have divine patience to wait for the wisdom of the Lord. And now I call forth all the healing teams, the angels, the Chohans, the ascended masters, all those of the highest light of source, creator, almighty I am, to come forth and to heal those not on this call. I call forth the healing of all the homeless, those in hospices, those who are in home care, And that includes any animal, any pet, anything that feels or knows it was abandoned because it was not. That is an illusionary lie. I am is always, in always, with them, with you. Send forth healing now to any member in your family that's still in the physical realm, but not on this call. Send it to those in the hospitals. Send it to all those who think in error that he or she has been abandoned. Know from your spirit self, healing is occurring. Let it flow. Let your divinity send forth healing from the God realm of you. Breathing in healing, breathing out healing. Send it to different locations of the world and to every name that's in that chat box. Healing will be sent. I'll fall silent again so that the company of heaven and you from your God self can send forth the healing energy. Invoke the sentence for all. Let the will of Source, Creator, God, whatever name you have, that God's will be done, not my will, for the world, for those not on this call. Let God's will, not my will, be done for anyone crossing over, anyone going home. Let God's will, not my will, be done for their healing. And finally, the third segment. I ask Archangel Michael, Raphael, Haniel, Ariel, all my healing teams, send forth healing now. Draw back the veil to the spirit world, for we all will be there one day. Send healing now in the name of Yeshua, in the name of the Christ, at the level of Creator, Source, whatever name. Send forth now to your family members, your mother, your father, your aunts, your uncles. Send forth healing. Let it traverse that veil that spirit pulls back and allows to reach your sons, your daughters, your colleagues, your friends, the pets that will await you. And I send it to Monsignor, the Monsignor. I send it to my guides so they will keep healing me and guiding me and leading me and advising me. I send forth healing now into the world of spirit. For they too have asked. They're not stagnant. They need to be moved to other dimensions and levels also. And the only thing that can move is unconditional love, love of spirit, love of God. So I fall silent again and send forth healing and know it will be delivered and find a landing place for those you love and those who still love you. Have compassion, and they will send compassion. May the souls and spirits in the world of spirit also have peace, the peace that goes beyond human understanding. In his name, they too shall be healed. Ashe, Ashe, and Amen. It is so. And let the will of Source, and only Source, also be done for those in the world of spirit. Amen. Spirit world is thanking you, and I'm hearing it now. They are so thanking all of you for your healing, for your thoughts, for your prayers this night. Yes, they are. And as I now ask Archangel Michael and Raphael and the other archangels to close the veil, the curtain, the door to the world of spirit, they are thanking us. They ask for our participation in these kinds of services and endeavors. They can't do all the work. They know they can connect to the spirit part of each of you and call upon you to assist them. So for now, we leave that realm And I ask that you come back into the now time, our time, the physical time. I'm going to count so that you can come back up, but I'm going to ask. You have your shoes on, take them off, rub your feet upon the floor, grounding yourself, bringing yourself back into the here, into the now, into our physical space, counting up from 5 up to 4. Slowly start to open the eyes. You must shrug your shoulders. Those of you who have been with me enough to know to have some water around. Counting up to 3. Again, take your head very gently to the right and to the left. Coming up to 2. 2. And finally, you open the eyes very gently. 1. And be all here right now. I need you to open the browns, the blues, the greens, the grays. Open those eyes. Please drink some water. Ah, I need you to drink some water. Oh, no. A little bit more water. Take a breath. Okay, let me go and see if I'm back to, if I can get to my gallery view or whatever that's called. Yeah, come off the speaker. All right, so I can see you all. Oh boy, y'all went deep, deep, deep. Hey there, Dr. Linda. I see you joined us. Very good. See Apostle joined us. Oh boy, I'm putting these glasses on, folks, so I can act like and pretend I'm seeing, okay? I see Claudette. I see a lot of people there. Ricardo, I'm calling out all the names now, okay? That's so I can ground myself and get back here, okay? 'Cause I was going out there for a little bit. Okay. Oh boy, what happened? I'm up here losing my voice. Okay. As we say, I lose my voice up in here, up in here. So I'm gonna do 1 minute and then we're out of here. You can wave, you can unmute, you can say whatever. 888 is tomorrow, August 8th, 2024 is an 8. It is called Lions Gate Portal. There's a lot of information on the internet. However, one of my favorites, I don't always follow everything she says, but she has great information. If you go to www.era, E-R-A, of O-F, peace, era of peace, Patricia Cota Robles has a lot of good information on the Lions Gate portal. Now, lest we're not going to get all into it, but this is a 888 of infinity, folks. So again, those 2 lions, one guarding the past, one guarding the future, we're in between, using what you have from here to go forward. But we're also in that 5th dimension, as we say, Saint Germain's crystalline solar ray. There's a whole dispensation around that. I've administered to several people those 12 major rays. I can still do that. I can do it by the phone, and I don't charge for that. But that portal, because all of you, whether you agree or not, it had nothing to do with whether you agree, whether you rationalize, you are moving into your light bodies. And I mean LIGHT bodies, more spirit, more light. That's what this time period is about. And this gate is wide open to do this starting tomorrow. So it doesn't matter what time you really meditate or pray. If it's 11:11 you want to cross, it doesn't matter. Just find yourself in a meditative state sometime tomorrow to use this information, this energy that's available. And no, I do not care that Mercury is retrograde, because your source will always override. And your source runs all this anyway, runs the whole show. Trust, as we said, without borders. If I had to have a talk, okay, after the fact, that's what it would be. Okay, trust without borders for tonight. But use this energy, this opening. It is available to everyone. So you can pray for someone else. You can pray for yourself, your friends. They don't even try to tell them. If they're not of your mindset, don't let that be a separator. That's one thing I love about, and Iris says it, Dr. Iris, in the Buddhist tradition, enlightenment. You pray for everybody. You pray for everybody's upliftment. That's what Yeshua meant. When you turn the other cheek, don't let somebody just slap it off you, okay? If you're going to do it, pray for their soul. Pray for their negativity. Pray for their wrongness. It's not whether you're right or not. When you are praying with a higher intent than yours, then you will to will, sources will for their life. You will to will, source for your life. Will to will. But it's not your will that will be done. Y'all got it? And pray with the God source inside of you. Get in that mirror. Don't look at yourself physically. Look deeper. I challenge all of you this week, starting tonight or tomorrow on 888 triple infinity. Get in that mirror. I am loving myself. I am healing myself. And I am in my God self. Don't look at yourself physically. Don't look at your flaws. Don't count up all the surgeries you got. Don't count up everything the doctor said is going to happen, has happened, this and that. Throw that out. Get in your divinity, in your divine self, your divine heart, your divine head, and know I am worthy and I am healing. My mantra, I've given it to some of you as clients. I am whole. WHOLE, I am healing, present participle. That is what I'm doing right here and right now. Not yesterday, not the future. Like I said, them two lions, Leo, you're in between. I am whole, I am healing, and claim it like it's already done. I am healed in the name of, and you supply the name. You got that? That's your marching orders. Tomorrow, all of you in that mirror somewhere in your divine self. And that's your healing mantra. I am whole. I am healing. And I am healed, past tense, in the name of blank. That's it until August 21st. Thank you. Ashe. Amen on all of your hearts. Trust and go forth. Mwah. I love you. Till August 21st. You can unmute and say hello and all the rest of that.